Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode, entering the interior of Mount Drastanus, we continued forward as the terrain started heating up, with Jill having to use her ice powers to allow us to proceed past flowing lava until we were attacked by a flame lizard. After learning of the Ironblood Patriarch's location from a friendly face, we set out to take him down, with Jill becoming Shiva to destroy her enemy as liquid flames spewed forth from the Mothercrystal, leading to a battle as Clive faced down the fiery foe. With Jill having enacted her revenge, our duo have made their retreat with our second Mothercrystal destroyed.
This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbreque?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the Mothercrystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
The army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. Ah, the looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, Not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
Can't quite leave Jill alone right now, right? Alright, nothing new here. A new crafting recipe is available. Nice, we'll check that out. There's some side quests and we're supposed to visit the infirmary. So on there, cut from the cloth.
Is it true what I'm hearing, Sid? You cracked another crystal?
It's an unlock quest as well. There's more than one.
Back, are ya?
Ask about Drake's breath, eh?
Must have been hot.
Fighting in the belly of that crag might be work for you as a smith when you hang up the old sword. But I'm betting that won't be for a while.
How hard it can be.
Trying to fill another man's boots, but I reckon you've grown into Sis nicely. He'd be proud. So what is your new recipe here? Platinum sword is now available, which is a bump up from what we had. Liquid flame, wyrite, and magic ash. We can now make platinum belts and platinum cannons, which are worse currently than what we've managed to pick up. So just looking at this here, we'd make the platinum sword and the platinum belt by the look of it. It's HP down, but that's why we can reinforce it after all.
No scratches, right?
I won't, because I think the HP plus 14 probably isn't actually all that great when I think about it. Then he goes to HP plus 1.
Not my best work, but it'll do.
So there is a defense buff plus extra there. Did I just make it so I couldn't get the platinum sword? I'm confused. Oh no, I'm on reinforced. There we go. That's why. So liquid flame, a lot of wyrite and magic to ash for 210. Platinum makes for a poor blade, being too soft to withstand rigorous use in battle and too expensive for the common soldier to afford. It does, however, allow for ornate designs on crossguard, hilt, and pommel, where the rare metal is most often employed.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
A new weapon plus upgrade, we've got enough.
Yeah, that should do you.
So to 220 isn't too bad. Of course, we can't do anything else than that for now, but the mithril stuff we got was pretty good. Go away from having our Sid-based sword, sadly. Well, before we continue on with main objective, of course, we hit the side quest there, and I'd say an unlock quest is very important to do. While my evil mum evils all over the place. Like, still don't have really barely any clue as to what's really going on there. It's a little bit of an update on Clive's entry. After Sid fell and his hideaway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Hugo Kupka, Clive took on both his predecessor's name and role, becoming the second Sid the Outlaw, leader of the re-established resistance. Together with the other survivors and their new recruits, he continues Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of Mothercrystals.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did.
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a Morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
You totally are asking me to do that.
Tell me of these Morganbeards, then.
But of course. If my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
I'm totally sure, yeah. Won't be an issue for me at all. Right, well, one quest on the board. Off we go. Nothing is locked out. I'm guessing there's new hunts to do too at this point in time. Don't know whether I should local map it to see if there's a closer point. Seems Martha's Rest is the closest point. Right, well, new weapon in hand, extra levels too. We're ever so slightly stronger, so I'll take that. Got new wares, do you? The platinum sword itself, okay. Platinum belt, platinum cannons. Stone skin cuffs. Increases stone skin tonic duration by 30 seconds. So I still don't have the Founder's Footsteps Orchestrion roll. Or do I? Well, tell me if I already had it, right? It'd be sold out.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Okay, we'll buy that for now.
Take care out there, eh?
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here.
We're still getting them bit by bit.
It'll take ages to tell yours.
Took me ages to buy all the Orchestrion rolls. That's the real trouble. Seems Jill, of course, is not coming with me, being in the infirmary at all. So Jill used a lot of power, obviously.
Oh, I said.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
But now will.
Good girl.
And it's quite covered up. Which is good, if you know what I mean. But also bad, because we can't tell what's going on, if you know what I mean. I would like to know.
Ashes near the Abbey are certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for Morganbeards.
Well, the goblins are here, and they've been attracting things. Hello? Would you dismount, please? I've pressed that button so many times. The gardener is my target, then. You got a hit, but was it worth it? Probably not. Guess there must have been a Morganbeard around there if they were there. No, maybe not. Nope, there's a bigger goblin, that's why.
The size of a goblin's eye. Not this goblin. Certainly wasn't wrong about them being attracted to the flowers, though.
Missing all the magic burst now. Oh, you went way later than I thought you would. Okay, you hit me a couple of times, buddy. I'm not going to let you get past another one. Ooh, that's not enough. Farewell, my foe. Let me just grab this Morganbeard then.
Bright yellow. These are our Morganbeards, all right. Well, I've gone to this much trouble. Might as well gather as many as I can.
No, can't collect. I'm talking.
There's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home.
Before I leave, I should probably grab this.
Hopefully this will be enough. I've had my fill of goblins. Get it, boy!
Torgal maybe did need a little bit of love today. Right then, let's return to HQ, the Hideaway. One more quest for us to get there, but at least we can hand in this one right now. If they attract monsters, wouldn't they bring monsters into the Hideaway? Yeah, the question is like, do monsters exist in the dead places? Probably not. It's probably the safest place to take them. It's kind of dead out there. But then, at any point in time, the Deadlands could be deadlier than we knew. After all, just after breaking that first Mothercrystal, things have come into the world that weren't there before.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Sid. What brings you to the gardens?
Your Morganbeard. This rare flora has the unfortunate honor of being named for the water spirits that are believed to haunt the swamps of Eastern Storm, trapping hapless wanderers in the morass that they might sup on the hope in their hearts. Infusions brewed from the flower's petals, by contrast, are quite tasty and known to cure all manner of ailments.
I found your flowers.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Finding them was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals. And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
I take it that's an accessory? Morganbeard extract. Necessary for increasing consumable potency. Adding but a drop of this concentrated extract to any curative or performance-enhancing potion will increase its potency, also insists Nigel of the backyard. Okay. We could put that on anything then? Explain. It is an unlock after all. Consumable potency enhanced, that's just what it's done. So our HP has gone up, so potions now heal more, high potions heal more, etc. You have obtained a phial of Morganbeard extract, hereby increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore more HP, while strength, stone skin, and Lionheart tonics last longer. Not bad. Always great to do the plus quests. Always great to see them when we can. I'm wondering if this Morganbeard extract as well, considering the quest was given just after we saw Joshua drinking medicine. And then the mention of it is probably what he's supping on at this point in time.
Let us know if you find any rotten planks. I'll see about replacing them.
There's a lot of wood used here, that's for sure. How did they cart it all over? This looks like a lot of wood to import. Like a crazy amount. I've realised I've gone the wrong way. Okay, our next quest is on the way to the infirmary.
Is it business or pleasure?
Ooh, you could tell me about Drake's Breath too? Want a pat on the back, do you? Well, I suppose you deserve one. Just don't let it get to your head.
What I hear?
You'd have been lost without Jill. Say nothing of yours truly. If it wasn't for me keeping you fed and kitted out, neither of you have stood a chance. But fair's fair, you took the chance I gave you and brought the whole bloody mountain down. Bet the Ironblood couldn't believe their eyes. We just had to find something else to worship. Of course, there's plenty of other folks in these fair isles who still reckon those rocks are worth more than their weight in diamonds. So you keep doing what you're doing and show them how wrong they are. It's coin they want to put their faith in, and as long as you keep coughing it up, my faith will stay with you.
Coin purse weighing you down?
Dunno, do you sell more Orchestrions? Of course you do. One day I'll get them.
Finished, are you?
Got a few at this point. Bought the extra stuff too. So this is the new Hideaway music. Old Hideaway music was this. Found his footsteps. Forevermore. This was the one I had on before. A rose is a rose. Acquired from the Patron's Whisper. Night Terrors. Yeah, that's what we want to listen to. And the sound of silence indeed.
The fires of freedom sweep the land, set holy ground to flame, and frozen hearts to soften start, released from frost's cruel claim.
He's a wizard of two lines. Okay, what is this side quest then?
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the Hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me?
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
Fair dues then.
They said they'd give us new clothes. But we've no coin.
I guess that behind is mostly carpets and stuff, probably unfit for purpose. It does look like there's more hunts on the board now, so that's nice. We go back to Northreach. How's Northreach doing now, actually? Considering we broke the Mothercrystal. I mean, we're not really going in. We can go in, but no necessary need to. No quests here yet when you expect there to be quests in the future. Remembering these guys hated me before for being a bearer.
Look at this place.
So
Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth.
now that I've got rid of my brand,
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker or herringbone?
Just some linen. 2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
seersucker. I understand herringbone. Approved for purchase for 2 bolts of linen.
Apologies, my lord, but your items aren't here. They were due to arrive on a caravan from Bucklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, well then, be safe.
We're an odd one by the look of it. Okay, it's a fair bit to travel to get there, but we have a
good girl.
Good friend to take us all the way. Hugo's like, I can go at high speed. Whee! No, raptors. Ignore the tasty chocobo. Nothing for you here. Wait a second, it looks like it would be faster to warp. Now that I recognize the location and all. Not you again, is it, Mr. Trader?
Straight home now.
That damn bird's a menace.
She meant nothing by it, I swear.
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly damage us all.
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that feather-brain trampled me. I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bucklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend. but we'll be the ones taking it. Oi! Killer! It's time to collect!
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
He wants to do recompense.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that.
Mummy always said he was a nice lad. There's more. I think I'll just attack you normally. I think I've got enough damage just off this alone. Sorry, killer. Got slightly destroyed.
All right. You made your point. Killer my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the great lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll accompany you there.
So, you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Boklad. Farewell.
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle. Free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
That's that done then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
There was a time when cloth like that would have commanded a king's ransom. But now all the nobles have moved south and there's no one left to buy it.
So, just freebies it is then, I guess. Don't want to buy it? Has no value. Yeah? Pretty sure that's not how it works, but still.
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
2 bolts of the finest desert linen, 1 dyed bright crimson, the other a deep indigo, ordered by Hortense for use in tailoring dresses. As thanks to securing the delivery, the Clovier has added scraps of silk velvet and embroidery to the bundle.
Let's see here. 1 bolt of red, 1 bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet, or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devilet of a draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all 3 to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know.
Black embroidered linen, white continental silk, lush red velvet. Oh no. We'll go with black.
This one, I suppose.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The 2 of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Well, perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift. Either way, I'm sure she won't turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
Yes, it's the weirdest thing when I'm actually concerned about not seeing someone with their clothes off.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon. Said they'd be made of linen.
Not sackcloth. I've never had a dress made of linen.
Just wondering if clothing being rendered over a body is a telltale sign of something. A worry of petrification, eh? Or anything more on the hunt boards? There is a little bit being added on. There's another bee and another bee. Severian and Seclet. Okay, so this is west of Rhiannon's Ride, Rosaria. While Minotaurs have long dwelled in the mountainous regions of Rosaria, it's only recently that they have come down from the highlands to hunt in the swamps surrounding Martha's Rest. Among their number is one whose sheer size suggests it to be a chieftain, who appears to be spearheading the push south. He must be stopped lest the beastmen develop designs on the rest proper. Apart from that, oh god, I try to like scroll across them, but of course it's this, we're using a mouse display? I don't know. Severian is a particularly belligerent breed of echo that has recently awakened amid the fallen ruins near Martha's Rest. It is known to activate on the approach of any human, armed or unarmed, and sets about them with a burning jet that has already reduced much of the surrounding marshland to ash. This is one echo that the curse breakers would fain see forever silenced. So, one in Rosaria, one in Sorrowwise. They're both in Rosaria, sorry, when you think about it.
How are you doing?
I just want to know.
Quick look. Always something in there.
Since we've come here, Goat, you've not been useful.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
No, I need another 20 for that,
Come
sadly.
again. I may have more for you.
You'll be pleased to know we ain't heard a peep out of the Iron Blood since you cracked their crystal. Hopefully revenge is the last thing on their minds right now.
Revenge is the thing I expect. It'd be weird if they didn't come at me again. So, with Jill in the infirmary over there, we are going to end it here for this session and start next one by checking in on her and seeing the condition, which leaves me, of course, a week of wonder about Jill's overall condition after fighting as Shiva and all the time she's been forced to become Shiva over the years, where Clive may have been a dominant, but he wasn't always efforting up. Let's put it that way. 2 more hunts on the board as well. 2 more targets to slay in the future as we continue on with our story. Another Mothercrystal down. No icon claimed. So what will happen next week, next time? I hope you'll join me then for more Final Fantasy XVI. For now, I say, bye-bye.